Hey, what's up everyone? I hope you're all having a wonderful day or night, but for now, let's get into the video.
Girls, if you're ever on a date and at some point he calls you pretty and you want this man to think about you for at least like a full week, this is how you're gonna respond. Oh my god, you're so pretty. I know. You're not though. Like, you're really ugly. You're so ugly. I can't eat my food because I have to stare at your disgusting, ugly face and it makes me nauseous. It literally makes me sick. You're really ugly. So yeah, if you respond like this, guarantee he is not gonna forget about you. Like he's gonna think about you the whole week, and isn't that the goal? So yeah, follow me for more tips. Bye.
What I think Rudolph here is trying to say is that she has no problem with you bailing and just leaving her with a bill. And speaking about Christmas being almost upon us, I would add something not like a cherry on top but like more of a present. Order the most expensive food on that restaurant and then bail and leave her with a bill. It would be almost like taking Slay Queen to the next level.
How many of you have had to remind your boyfriend multiple times to do a task that he should absolutely be handling on his own? Rather than to trust him to handle something because you know there's a good chance that he's going to f it up, you just do it yourself.
Yeah, I hardly want my own children, let alone to also be raising a husband on top of that. Hard pass. Ladies, stop dating men that you have to mother. I totally agree, but also these male loneliness epidemic guys should be a little bit more concerned about this article that The Guardian released last week in which they cross-referenced a bunch of data and interviewed women about dating, and the responses, let's dive into them. But before we do, as always, make sure you like.
Yeah, no, I'm good. What are the chances that those women that were surveyed were women just like you? Or like the other three or four from Call Her Daddy? I mean, you can see who wrote the article. Some angry, short-haired, man-hating feminist. Oh, what a big surprise and what a big coinkydinky that those women that were surveyed or don't even exist had a problem with getting into relationships with men. Normally in the head, women do not date men that they need to mother. But they don't need those men to do exactly what they want at the exact time they wanted it done. Because again, they are normal in the head. And I don't know about any other men, but I do not have tasks to do. I do what needs doing in or around the house, when I want it done and how I want it done. And not that long ago, MSNBC did a study that showed that men are doing most of the chores in or around the house. And they still get divorced at the highest number. So no, princess, you're not the type of woman that mothers her man. You are the type of woman who doesn't know how to be in a relationship. And that right there is the only reason you don't have a man.
Men actually loved women when we cooked and we cleaned and we raised the children and we did everything for him. If that actually earned us a man's love, then so many men would still have those kinds of wives, and so many of us women would still be willing to be that wife. The thing that so many men are missing because they missed out on their chance for a indentured servant is that so many of us women have been in these relationships and they didn't work out because the men do not love us and they do not respect us. Men simply cannot have a high self-esteem if his wife is doing everything for him and taking care of him to that capacity. And if a man does not have a high self-esteem, he is going to act out. Women have learned firsthand again and again and again that when you give too much to a man, he hates you. And complain that women don't want to give men a chance. We don't want to date men who are short or ugly or this. We've done it. We have done it. We have dated every kind of man and we have done everything for these men. And we learned.
You learned absolutely nothing. All you learned is that you want to be married but not how to be a wife. You used to be in long-term relationships and those men you were in relationships with resented you for cooking and cleaning for them. All you ever cry about when it comes to men is that they want you to cook and clean for them and you don't because you're a strong and independent woman. And now you're saying that the same men you cook and clean for will resent you for it. You can't possibly be that blunt.
Something that's deeply concerning is that, like, all of the older women, when I say older, like 50 plus, are strongly passionate about younger women, 20s, 30s, not getting married. It's like you can see your future and they're telling you exactly what are we going to do about this?
Listen to them and join the sisterhood because misery loves company. Look into your future and if you're fine with that, that's great. Buy a dog and you know the rest. But when it comes to why do you think they're telling you not to get married and not have a family of your own? Could it be a connection between that and older women telling you to cut your hair short? Because right now they're seeing you as a competition because of your youth and your beauty. Isn't that a story as old as time that goes pretty much like mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fair fairest of them all, and if it's not me, I'm gonna feed you a special apple. My entire point is older women hate beauty and youth. You can see it in day-to-day life, you can see it on TikTok. And if that's what you choose to listen to, then buy a dog and you know the rest.
This is a public service announcement for women who consume feminine energy, princess treatment style dating content. Please, please, I'm begging you, please stop. You are poisoning your mind, similar to how men who consume red pill content are poisoning their minds. You are ruining your ability to interact with the opposite sex like a normal person because of these princess treatment type videos. Now, I see women all over social media taking lavish vacations all over Europe. They're on yachts, they're on planes. You don't usually see the person who's taking the photos. Similar to these coaches, ask yourself, would you want the relationship they're in? Are they even showing their partner? If no, why are you listening? And I'm so sick of the feminine industry industrial complex telling women how to act seductive and give off black cat energy. Is there anything sexy about making a video about how to be seductive and posting that online? Do you think people can't see through these playbooks? Do you think that a decent man couldn't see through this and wouldn't run for the hills?
Yeah, but they're not doing it for them. They're doing it to sell courses to every woman that will buy one, and in the meantime, they'll go through every single man that buys them a drink. This lady was right about pretty much everything. You never see the one taking the pictures because usually that's a 60-year-old man, millionaire, cheating on his wife. And yes, it's always a picture in the hotel lobby, but neither of them wants to show you what happens in that hotel room. How many times do you need to hear about girls' trips to Dubai before you think, yeah, no, maybe I don't want this life for myself? And not because you're not crushing it, you go queen, but because I don't like the way your breath smells.
Men's only concern with this T app is that for some reason they think most of us are falsely accusing them of what they are doing to us.
Because that's exactly what you were doing. You were doxing men you've never met. You were talking trash about men you had no interaction with. It's not like we don't have proof now. We're not just saying what we think, we've seen it. And we've seen it with the Are We Dating the Same Guy Facebook group. And we've seen the exact reason why they were shut down. And the reason ended up to be you were lying about men you've never met. You were lying about a man that was never on a dating app. He wasn't even dating. You were saying the most horrific things about him. He ended up losing his job. He lost his family. And in the end, he took his own life. And it was a judge that decided that what you're doing on groups or apps, it's dangerous. We're not expressing an opinion here. We know what you're doing.
Here's a story about men and flowers. I was dating this guy from another country, and I hadn't seen him for a few months. I was traveling, and I wanted to go see him. He was like, yeah, baby, I love you, come see me, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, I spent like £800 to go see this guy because I was in Asia and he was in... I don't want to diss the country, so I'm not going to say the country's name.
Oh my god, what a cool story. You were in Dubai and you flew to England because, I mean, maybe you were flying to India and you, for some reason, were paying in pounds. But outside of the story being a cool story, it's over 4 minutes long. And there's a twist. This guy that she flew to see, somehow she was telling her friend to tell this guy to buy her flowers and he didn't. Let's skip all the empty spaces and get to the somewhat more interesting part.
Long story short, like, we broke up, whatever. I met a guy recently and I don't know if he's the one. I mean, he's probably not. Like, I don't feel that feeling for him, probably because of my trauma, because he's being nice to me. But anyway, this guy last night came to the airport with white roses, because I love white roses, at 2:30 a.m. in the morning. He was there waiting for me at the gate at 2:30 a.m. in the morning. 2:30 a.m. in the morning. Whereas that other guy couldn't even come at, like, I don't know, it was like 11 o'clock. And he doesn't go to sleep till late anyway. But this guy, he had work the next morning. Like, it was a big deal for him. But he made time. He came and he was waiting there with white roses because he knows I love white roses. And he cried when he saw me because he missed me so much.
I'm sure he did because the two of you met just recently. And yes, 2:30 a.m. is in the morning. Ever heard of a PM? Oh, well, yeah, I know. I'm not talking about a politician. Outside of that, never be that guy. The first guy had her pay 800 pounds to go see him. Didn't bother with flowers and still got his. This new guy will never get his because he cried, he brought flowers, and not only that, she already said she doesn't like him like that, but she will never stop thinking about the first guy. If she will ever have to choose between the two, she will always go for the first guy. She already said why she doesn't want the second guy.
He's being nice to me. He's being nice to me.
There are some bisexual women that get a lot of hate for only dating men, but if I'm gonna be honest, if I was bisexual, I would probably not date women. Like, I think I would probably date men most of the time because dating women is so hard and draining. And I don't know, I've never dated a man before, but it seems to be a lot simpler. And also, people are like, well, women just treat you better. Not really. Like, women still cheat on you, women still are abusive, women still are awful. And don't get me wrong, I love being a lesbian at the end of the day. I love dating women, but it's hard.
Well, alright then. I mean, I hope everything works out great for you, and what do you want me to say? Welcome to the dark side, welcome to the misery. We'll look after you now, we'll treat you right, because you're one of us now.
By the way, prostitution is not the world's oldest profession. It's midwifery. Like, we women, we first cared about bringing babies into this world and supporting other women over satisfying men. Like, I'm sorry to break it to you, but you guys are wrong about that one. Just saying.
Where did she get all this wisdom? How can she possibly know that? She heard it at a girls only weekly convention. Someone brought that up and they were trying to decide if that's still empowering as a career or just satisfying men. Maybe it's not that empowering. Yeah, anyway, I'm not really sure how much you were supporting each other in Neanderthal, but I'm pretty sure that I had meat and you got tired of eating only berries. And then you saw that I had meat and you saw that you had a throat. One thing led to another and two other holes, and since there were really no other professions back then, only things we used to do to survive, and that makes yours the oldest.
So, hi. I actually know like a funnier way to do cardio. I'm just saying.
And this is gonna be it for today. As always, I do hope you enjoyed it. If you didn't, I still appreciate you for making it this far. Thank you all so much for watching. Stay safe, and I will see you in the next one.